Pump's running, but nothing else is working. What do you do? I'm Jeremy with I Machine Services. I have over 20 years servicing bandsaws. If you guys would like to please comment below. We'd love to hear ideas on videos. Let me get into this one. It was a new customer. I've never serviced them before. They have a machine that came in from another location. It's never ran for them. They applied power to it and they could not get it to run after they turned on the hydraulic pump. What I found was, number one, they did not have the correct voltage. They had 440 is what they needed, and they were supplying it with 220. The first thing that tipped me off was that the VFD, or the frequency drive, was labeled for the higher voltage, even though the SAW stickers were labeled for the lower voltage. So that was a big red flag. I went ahead and pulled the cover off of the hydraulic pump motor to confirm his electrical wiring, and he was also wired for the higher voltage for the 440. So I went ahead and informed the customer. We found a workaround with their building. We were able to get 440. Then what I did was I ran the machine. This saw on the hydraulic system does not have any hydraulic gauges, okay, so that I can check pressure. Big concern on new startups is rotation of the motors, okay? If you have a VFD or a frequency drive, that's not as big of a concern on that end. It is a bigger concern on your other pumps and motors, okay? So once I assumed the rotation was wrong, what I did was I went ahead and I changed the wiring. I changed the legs. So there's 3 legs for 3-phase. So I changed 2 and 3, and I swapped 2 and 3 over. Okay, and then when I ran it, pump sounded better. Like I said, there's no gauge, but now I could then activate the head, lift the head, clamp the clamp, different things like that. So I went ahead and tested everything else on the machine, tested the motor, coolant pump is humming, even though coolant is not set up yet, and everything was working. So I was able to tell the customer, let them know that their machine that they got, they have no idea if it works or not, is working. It's working well. The machine seems like it's in good shape, so they were happy. So what we did after that is I talked to the customer about the control switches on the machine because they are new to bandsawing. They don't have a lot of information on bandsawing. And so I talked to them about that. I talked to them about coolant. I talked to them about cut theory, different things like that. So what we went over was pressure and rate, how those affect your cuts. What they're cutting, I kind of gave them my recommendation on blade speed as well as pressure and cut, what matters, what doesn't matter. And then we talked about coolant, and I told them with what they're cutting, I'd recommended one of the 3 coolants. So there's 3 main types of coolant. There is water soluble, there is semi-synthetic, and then there's full synthetic coolants. Okay, and I recommended one of those, and I said this one is better for what stuff you guys are cutting, and I gave them the reasons why. So the 3 main reasons that you have coolant is that it's going to flush the chips, it's going to keep the cut area cool or dissipate the heat, and then the third thing is it's going to add viscosity to the cut, which is going to increase your blade life. All those things are going to increase your blade life, which is very important. And then what I explained to him, one of the easiest ways to test your coolant is the finger test. You simply touch the coolant as it comes out of the cut area, usually where the guides are, or maybe you got a wash down hose right there. And then you're going to want to feel how it feels. And the best way that I explain it is that you want it to be the consistency of dishwashing soap. Okay, you want it to be not slimy but slick. Okay, if it feels like water, it doesn't really matter what it looks like. It doesn't matter if it's red, blue, green, purple, white. If it feels like water, which we all know what water feels like between our fingers, does not have any lubricating process, any lubricating thing left in it because it's so cut with water, you want to add more coolant, more of what you have. So that's going to be important. So that's something I went over with him, explained to the customer what they should be looking at, different things like that. Okay. Voltage checking is important. You can't always trust the nameplates, so that is very important that you check stuff inside the machine. There'll usually be indicators like the way a transformer is wired, heaters, fuses, VFDs, way pumps are wired, all that kind of stuff. Not pumps, excuse me, motors are wired, all that kind of stuff is going to affect it. The second thing is rotation. That's tripped up multiple people before, where they run the machine, on a startup, it doesn't work, they think they have a problem. And they do, but they think they have a big problem. Instead, they just have a simple electrical problem, and that they just need to change rotation. So If this was helpful, please hit like and subscribe. More bandsaw content is coming. Drop a comment. What type of saw are you running? What kind of shop you're in, as well as what kind of material you're cutting. If you're in the Gulf Coast region and need your bandsaw service, please give us a call or shoot us an email. I Machine Services in Houston, Texas. We travel where you need us. Links are below. You guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.